kulaba tingnama.
Ebane sunula baba.
Tinga kulaba tingnama.
Ebane sunula baba.
Mama tinga kulaba tingnama.
Ebane sunula baba.
Lam lele, ning lam lele.
Ebane sunula baba.
Ting lam lele, ning lam lele.
Ebane sunula baba.
Lam lele, ning lam lele.
Ebane sunula baba.
Lam lele, ning lam lele.
Ebane sunula baba.
Mama tinga kulaba tingnama.
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 Ebane sunula baba.
Lam lele, ning lam lele.
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 Ebane sunula baba.
People always ask me about the lyrics. So lengoma iti bathi ngiyagula. Ngathi ngiyagula mina. Bathi nginamanga. Banesono laba bantu ngilamlelele. So it's it's one whom like the one before we got frozen. During the stream we good Sam, right? Yeah. So when before we got frozen, I was speaking about their family not being supportive and not understanding. So this song would speak to somebody like that, because here you are not well and nobody believes you because it's not their reality. And just because it's not their reality doesn't mean it's not yours. And I say when people are adults, you have to take the actions you need to take to make yourself better. Because if you're waiting on somebody to come back, no one might come for you because it's not for them. It is your own journey and your own path. And it's not meaning any disrespect or dishonoring, but you need to honor yourself first, because if you don't prioritize yourself, you're teaching the world that you are nothing.
Kabitsani ati Thokoza Gogo, what is the significance and responsibility placed on the person giving a child their first haircut?
Yes, repeat that question.
What is the significance and the responsibilities placed on the person giving a child their first haircut?
Okay, so each family, it's different people, depending on your tribe, depending on your clan, because ungaba umXhosa but ube umpondo and then ube iBhaca, and those clans do things differently. Even in Zulu tradition, even gobatswana ngkhona le bakhatla, they don't do things the same way, and it's not the same. The responsibility is not placed on the same person. But the significance of cutting the hair off, it's a transitioning process of moving from, it's a rite of passage process, moving from one stage of a child's life to another. In Guni tradition, a lot of times they do it after a baby starts to walk, because they're moving out of the infancy phase into being a toddler. In a lot of Bapedi cultures, the Setswana cultures, they do it after 10 days or 6 weeks, because that symbolizes that they're out of they're out of the womb and back into the life. So different people do it differently, and it's an act of a ritual. Babang, it's important and all of those things. You don't just shave off the head because you're shaving it off, because there has to be symbol. Some people do something gayona, some people don't do anything gayona. So also on that note, I cannot dictate, because I might be going against your own family traditions.
Divine Century at how does one get chosen? I struggle to understand why I was chosen amongst my siblings.
It's so interesting. People have very interesting names on Instagram. It's like Twitter. So the thing is that you chose this. I always say it. Right? I feel blessed to have chosen something that has taken me to a place where I never imagined I could go into. Sure. I feel blessed to be entrusted with the magnitude of the gift that I said yes to, because that I don't know I was I wasn't aware, and probably in the spirit world I was, but when I realized the magnitude and the massiveness, because this world has caused an evolution in our psyche as Africans. It has rebirthed Africans back to their own identity. What an honor for me to be chosen in that sense. But I know that as a spirit, when I was out there in the spirit world, I put up my hand for this mission. You know, it now looks human mission impossible because of human limitations and boxes set for us of what it means to be aligned in life and to be successful in life. So if you take this as something impostering, something burdening, it will serve you as such.
Max fan Thokoza Gogo Namakehla, what happens when one dreams of worms, maggots being washed off the body?
You need a cleansing. There's some sort of cleansing, because worms, maggots, all of those things are pests that are agitating and irritants. So you need some sort of cleansing. There's something going on in your energy field that needs to be cleansed in your body, you know, so that's important. And if you are the chosen one, it means that you've got an internal capacity to take on the work. And because of your own inability to recognize that within yourself, you play victim.
Dibang 13
You are chosen because you are capable. They know you can do it, but no one can tell you that. You need to get into a place of knowing that you are capable. And you don't just get into a place by sitting and waiting for the place to arrive. It's by working and walking through the belly of darkness where you can actually find the light path.
Dibang 13 Thokoza Gogo, I dreamt my late mother asking my sister and I, when are we getting married? What could this mean?
Pasla and ask her, because marriage can mean many things. Marriage can mean, when are you guys getting into a harmonious relationship with yourselves, with the two of you? When are you going to be, bringing peace? Because marriage is about, a coming together. It's a building. It's a construction of some sort of something.
Tandi 272, thank you for sharing your wisdom.
I appreciate for that.
Sanili Siwa, Thokoza Gogo, afternoon.
You don't
I
have to
often
say the 2072. Those are complicated. Just say Sunny.
Thokoza Gogo, I often wake up feeling like I've been drenched into water, and recently I dreamt of my feet getting in a puddle of water.
Because also water, it's about purification and cleansing and getting rid of the old and inviting the new. So like I said, whatever advice I give you, it's not going to solve your problem, because that whatever that you're experiencing is embedded in other complexities. Because remember, you're writing a sentence or a paragraph on Instagram. So I'm not going to give you a silver bullet to resolve everything. I'm just going to be creating an awareness. And once you are aware, you can't go back into ignorance. You have to go back and act within that awareness in the best way it can serve you in order for you to resolve whatever that you're struggling with.
Gobingati Gogo mina, I love you. Cha undenza undenza idlozi ndilithande kakhulu.
I love ngiyawathanda amadlozi. I actually wanted to post Phahla changes, because people say prayer changes, but it begins with Phahla, because without asking for a way to be paved, messages cannot get to the higher consciousness of creation.
Thokoza Gogo, I have to go ngiyophetula umsebenzi wabo gogo kodwa
Nyophetha, I think that's what they meant.
oh yeah ngiyophetha umsebenzi wabo gogo kodwa my family is against it, but I wanna go regardless. Problem is my dad akanamuzi and doesn't work. Angazi ngizobuyela kuphi when I'm done.
Please discuss those things with the person that you're going to initiate, because they'll give you probably accurate advice, because they understand your ancestral world. You see, so sometimes even when people advice, it becomes difficult, because I didn't birth your ancestors. I didn't birth, because Ukobela is the birther, and becomes a parent to that ancestor. So if I've birthed you and I've parented you to a certain level of stage, like umama, you'll always go back to mama, but it's born, and then umama can be able to give accurate guidance. Unless they are no more, then you go and find an adopted parent. So go back to them and remember, I think I don't want to say the curse, but the challenge of the modern world, we think we need to tick all the right boxes before we walk on this journey. You go into it because no box is being ticked right. You go into it because no box is ticked right. Why this? Because all those things are going to take you away from being immersed and surrendering into the process itself. No growth process comes without challenges, because to get to the next level, you need to step a step higher. And to step into a step which you have never stepped into before creates discomfort. But that's how things get born. That's how babies are born. That's how we are here. Our mothers pushed us through the birth canal. It was very painful. They screamed and they saw they will never have any other kids. And some probably didn't, but most of us have siblings.
Okay.
So if you're not growing, you're dead. Making sense?
Thokoza mkhulu. Makhuba Jabulile uthi Thokoza Gogo, can I ask how does one go for an initiation of ukuthwasa while having a permanent job?
Okay, so I cannot speak for abanye abantu, because it depends. If you're Twasa Swaziland to seven South Africa and your company has no branch, might mean that you need to leave that job and go there, because some have a permanent job and they get to the permanent job and the ancestor says, hey, listen to are just disturbing the what we're needing to be doing. So again, like I said, these questions, especially if you've been shown, they're very important for you to discuss with your trainer, because we work differently. And as ukobela, I can't dictate for other kobelas, because you're sent there because your ancestors are in alignment with how they do things, and they're going to be served by that particular person and their processes. So me coming in, Instagram ute, because then you're going with a precursor that might actually be a disabler to your own process. So when you come here, mina, if bafuna usebenze, that's all I say, uzosebenza. Mebangafuni abafuni. I'm not there to dictate for you. I'm just there to be, a guider. So if you uboniswe lana goli, and if it was alfunu kuyaphahla kuncenge, but abanye it's a no. But it means that you need to trust that they've got bigger plans and greater plans for you. And by surrendering, that's when you can see the gift. A lot of us still leave our jobs, but we get into it still with half of us feeling like we still need them, because our identity is identified with being employed. And some of us, yes, it's for financial reasons, but I've trained. I posted about Gogo Onika recently, where she lost everything, a family, but it doesn't mean just say your naming zofana no Gogo Onika. Just say there are examples out there of people who've made it through the impossible. So it means if your ancestors want you to go through the impossible, they will send helpers along the way who will carry you through your process.
Malebo Thokoza Gogo, what does it mean to be constantly dreaming of a house? It seems to be a new house that has been bought.
Yeah, but I don't know what happens in the house and what's going on. It could be a symbolism of you need to be moving. Something needs to shift in you, or something, you need to shift location. It could mean many things. Like I said earlier on, when you constantly dream of something, ask for more clarity, because they'll give you more details and what is it, because if they can't say to you, you need to move into a new house, but you're unemployed and you have no means of buying a new house. But it could mean like there's something in your own consciousness that needs to shift. The old way of thinking is dead, is not serving you. Move into a new way of thinking. Your old ways of belief systems are no longer serving you. They're keeping you stuck, because a house is a shelter. A shelter is where we find solace. So the way you are living your life right now is stuck and stagnant. Shift, move. But you see how dreams can mean many things.
Kanye Kubego to Thokoza Gogo, my sister has been dreaming of me carrying a beautiful blanket, saying it's time for me to rest. Am I dying? I couldn't follow my calling due to a lot of struggles.
Gogo, if your sister dreams and things happen exactly, then it's a warning, right? Because dreams can also be prophetic and literal. But it could mean uguti, because the old you needs to die, so the new you can be born. So the old way of doing things and of being has to die in order for the new to be born. So it could mean that it is time for you for the old to go and for the new to happen. Sam, what are you doing? What's up with that facial expression? Sam makes this funny facial.
The things that people are asking, Kulu.
Just
to me,
allow, it's fine. Don't judge.
to me,
it.
sang.
Yes.
The others, I'm trying to read them first before I say them, Kulu, so that ngakhuluma into
Then
wrong.
be neutral, because then and
Okay.
I'm like, what?
Sorry.
Because I don't know if it's a network or somebody swearing at you. Or
Okay. Togoza Gogo, before the pause, I asked about seeing a snake physically, yet it's not really there. Kipono.
Mm.
It doesn't want to go away.
It won't go away because it symbolizes a transition in which you need to take. You know, snakes are about fertility, new life, new beginnings, transitions. Right? Because spiritual journeys are also about transitioning and beginning a new life as a spiritual healer. So it will not symbolize it. Acknowledge it. Bono ki bono. And bono is not everybody will see. I can come into room but because Mina, I'm heightened at my connection level, I will see what other people don't see. So you don't need to convince me that you see it too. I see it for myself. It's real for me. So then, you know, acknowledge it and say, what have you come to bring me? As long as it's not harming you, then it's not coming with its shadow. It's coming with its light. Remember earlier on, I spoke about everything carries a shadow. All of us have a dark side. It depends which one you feed that will be stronger within you.
Togoza Mkhulu, siselenge 1 minute to 9 o'clock.
Yes. I see.
Okay. Nozipho Dube uthi Togoza Gogo, I did ikobongo December, and after that I mostly dream about myself wearing ibai and sometimes wearing red and white beads, bracelet and necklace. Do I need to go and twasa?
Well, that's an indication, yes, but don't go to WhatsApp because they've not said where. That's good. So that Kobongo really activated is into. So well done for that Kobongo process. So what you need to partla say, I acknowledge by most of into. Just buy them and partla lava, you know, partla and sebo kokonazi is into funayo. Where to next? What to? You know, because that type of ipai that you're dreaming will speak of the type of initiation process you need to go to.
Annette uthi Togoza Gogo, I have amadlozi amabili from my paternal side. So my problem is they portray themselves as young people in my dream, and I don't know them personally and neither in my dreams. What can I do?
About what? That's fair. Like about what? Like Yababona. So what can you do about what? I don't know. Because it's like, what do I do about them, or that they're young and I know them? A lot of people who have who dream, you don't always dream of the people you know, because these could be people that lived before you. You know, and then nobody in your family knows who the Mkulu is. But years later, nobody knew them. My grandmother's sister was in towards her 80s. She knew nothing about that surname. I was interrogated for that surname. Towards initiation, it's when we got a phone call ekhaya ukuthi kahle kahle umalume mekaphahla uqala ngaleso sibongo qala. So lo muntu engimthwasayo ukhokho khokho omkhulu before ukhokho wakababami. Do you see how far back these things can go? And
sure.
One thing about the spiritual journey before we even end is to always be in surrender and in trust. Trust that things will be revealed to you in the right time and in the right, you know. So it's very important. You know. So just trust which is izofika ngesikhathi esiright. Thina sifuna iphupho manje, sifuna impendulo manje. Because then uzongena ephehlweni ufuna ukuthwasa manje uphume manje. It doesn't work that way. You know, everything happens in your ancestral time, not in my time as your gobe, but in your ancestral time. So mofika uyenza izinto because awubizwanga awuzelanga bakuhambisile kusho ukuthi bona bazo-reveal izinto. All you need to do is when you are being told something, go back ngiyabonga ngicela ukuthi ningichazele kube so. This process and this work requires patience. That's why abaningi umuntu athwasa sekalahlela ubuhlalo nini nangisanadlozi nini nginedlozi yabona this quick get in get out things. It's what makes a lot of us trust sonke family, because nobody's doing it authentically with integrity and with intentionality. You know, so manje sesenza because nami ngifuna ukuqeda ngibe right, nami ngifuna izinto. When you got bad intentions going into this process, it will not serve you. But when you go there and it's like, I want to make well within, it means you'll do whatever it takes to make well within. If something has been broken over generations, you cannot fix it with one attempt. So that's my plea to everyone. This journey requires so much more, and I write a lot about it to motivate and encourage people. It requires so much more than just our own intellect. There's a lot of questions.
Yeah, Mkhulu. They
Go
keep
through
on
the
coming.
questions. Let's just take 5 moments.
Thokoza Gogo, I always dream of water. It is either I'm going through water or it is raining on me. It is reoccurring dreams and it is getting me worried.
But water is beautiful, unless if you feel you're drowning and it's killing you. You know, it could be a symbolism of a cleansing that is required, a purification that's required, or or you are connected to water spirits, you know. So there's a lot of things that water can symbolize, or you come from a family lineage of rainmakers, that's why you're always seeing rain.
Utumi ati Gogo, I have the gift of dreaming, but lately I forget my dreams, and sometimes I try to jot down my dreams directly after I wake up, but in the process of trying to remember, I forget.
Then Patla and ask them to bring it back, and also notice what have you done differently that has moved. Remember I said earlier on, there's 2 things I said. I said if you are getting dreams and not doing anything about the messages, if you call somebody and over you call them, they don't answer, you stop calling them. Right? So that analogy that I used. And also for you know, for people who dream, it's very important for you that if something concerns you, if you're dreaming and you dream of rain and something bad happens every time you dream of rain, it means rain is a warning and it's giving you a warning sign to pay attention to something. Then do something about it. But if you get rained on and then you get blessings, it means the rain is actually an indication that something new is about to be born, or something is being washed away, or something is being removed. So pay attention as well. This is basics of how you can start to understand what your dreams are saying to you, because this is spirit communicating with you, helping you to navigate your complexity in this ether, or in this plane, or in this earth, on this earth.
Okay, Oblation says, can we have 2 hours with you, Gogo?
Yo,
Uti, Gogo, please explain ukutwasa ubukhosi.
Ukutwasa?
Ubukhosi.
Okay, so ubukhosi buhlukile, kunobukhosi beSotho, kunobukhosi bamaZulu, kunobukhosi besiXhosa. So there's different types. So each tribe has its own process of initiation. Mapedi etsa slopo, maXhosa bathi ithonga elimhlophe, amaZulu bathi amakhosi. So if bathi you trust amakhosi weZulu, it means that you've got a very strong ancestral link to Zulu nation, or to amaZulu as a tribe, if that makes any sense. So if you trust amakhosi, it means ukuthi you trust ngendlela nangamasiko akini ukuyovuselela the healing gifts that reside within that. Or uyothwasela ngoba kunezinto fanele zilungiswe zasekhaya. So abantu abaningi futhi not, let me say abantu abaningi, it's an assumption, but in instances where you would trust something that is in your family, it could be that you trust to fix something that's broken within the family, and it requires you to go through a process of initiation. That's why that abanye meba trust meba qedile, they don't necessarily need to practice. Angeke bakulethe esigodlweni somuntu osebenza kakhulu, and the chances are you'll never work. The chances might be you might not work, but chances are you are highly mostly are supposed to be a practicing healer. Does that make sense? I'm speaking as if I'm talking to the person.
Bahle, Thokoza Gogo, what happens when one feels like something is strangling them in their sleep and they can't even move or call for help?
Or sleep paralysis. You need to get it checked out, because there's people who are also gifted experience a lot of sleep paralysis or because it's the presence of a spirit trying to reach out, but some spirits are not good. Yeah, understanding since it's an evasive spirit that you need to get rid of, or it's a spiritual attack that's coming your way. But sometimes I used to experience them a lot before initiation, but now I know when I experience them, they become very clear, and I know what witchcraft vibes are in the air. We got a deal.
Thokoza Gogo, I had a miscarriage in 2017. Do I need to perform a ritual ukugezwa? If so, where to from here?
A Sangoma or Profeta would be able to make that proper diagnosis, Guti. You need to remember I spoke about cleansing as a releasing and an acknowledgement that there was a life inside you. People, different Sangomas have different takes on it. For me, life begins as a spirit. And once a spirit attempted to become a physical entity, we need to acknowledge that that actual instant occurred, and help them, and help the spirit detach from the physical body, so that it does not want to behave like it's got a physical body. And that's the role of cleansing.
Refilo to Thokoza Gogo, I wake up to a nightmare regarding the work I do. I get extremely tired and sleepy when driving work cars. Do I need to consult?
I think it will help you, because you'll have to find out if maybe the workspace is not for you, or something in the workspace is an energy fields that you are taking on that it's impacting on your well-being. If the minute your well-being is being affected, check it out. The minute you've got, like, if you've got diarrhea, you can't sit I'm being cleansed, but it's been going on for 2 weeks. It means something is wrong in your system, and that's something needs to be dealt with, you know. So you need to get it checked out.
Nolwazi Thokoza Gogo,
Give me
please
3
help.
questions, and then I'm gonna close.
Thokoza Gogo, please help. Ngiyanuka to a point that I'm scared to be around people. I bath and I brush my teeth, but the smell does not seem to go away. Could it be witchcraft?
Yes, it could, because you're still reading another one. It could be, but it could also be something with your hormones that's not right. So you might need to just, instead of a GP, you might need to see a dermatologist, because your skin might be releasing certain things that become smelly toxins. So do all the necessary checks to see ukuthi kahle kahle ukuthi yini.
Mbali Thokoza Gogo, I had a gift of seeing things before they happen, but now I forget my dreams completely. And lately my ears are itchy in a way that I don't know what to do.
Yeah, itchy ears represent you not listening. The messages are there, but you're not listening to the messages. Please, I'm going to upload this on YouTube or see it on my live, because it's going to be there for 24 hours. I explained the reasons why people might not remember and what you need to do. Ansh, I'm trying to get to the next question. My time is up, guys. I would love to do 2 hours, but I give 3 hours a month on 3 different social media networks. So if you missed this one, go to Twitter or Facebook. If you don't have any of those things, go to YouTube. Are we done? Are we done? Thank you so much. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a great and a pleasant evening. Again, let me emphasize, the advice I give is guidance. It's not a diagnosis. It's not a dictation. It's not an imposition. It's not a positioning. It's just me giving guidance. If you've got a serious long-standing problem, please make sure you seek the necessary help. Not all problems have spiritual causes. Not all problems have medical causes. But if you care for yourself and you love yourself enough, you'll do whatever it takes to make yourself better. That's what is important. And DM me the next topic, because next month is not a Q&A. And like I said, last announcement, very exciting. Very soon we are at 29.5Ks. We're gonna be hitting 500 before end of the month. I've got a very special surprise. So you need to make sure that you are tuned into my Insta stories, and you are tuned into my postings, because let me give you a clue. That surprise will only be received by 30 people. Only 30. And it's big and it's exciting, and it's a mixture of so many things that you have asked for as a request, as a surprise for me, of saying thank you. Thank you kindly. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for support. Thank you for loving. This is not Dineo's work. This is our work. And together we make it possible. Love and light. Sign us off.
Legelele malu.
Malumeng legelele, legelele.
Legelele malu.
Malumeng legelele, legelele.
Legelele malu.
Malumeng legelele, legelele. Malumeng legelele, legelele. kasi. Ithini? Ithini ingoma kasi? Ithini ingoma kasi? Oh, goose. Thank you, guys. Did you check the file, Sam? Yeah? Did you save it?
No, I haven't saved it yet. And